This episode is proudly sponsored by 47 Brand Canada. Shop online at 47brand.ca and follow them on Instagram at 47Canada. All right, let's do it again, man. Welcome to the podcast. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank you for having me.
Like I mentioned, my first Toronto Blue Jay, so that's a memorable moment here. And then we're giving a shout out to your boy, your agent, Carmine, for logistically setting this up.
Yeah, that was huge. Now I want to get some other Blue Jays in here.
So
I can talk to the boys.
Maybe we'll get the ball rolling from today, man. I also got to say thanks to 47 Brand Canada for sponsoring this event and hooking it up. So, man, thanks to the team. But how we usually start is I ask, what's your name? How many kids do you have? And what do you do for a living?
Bowden Francis. I got a 4-year-old son and a 1-year-old daughter. And I play baseball with the Jays.
That's dope, dude. How did you get into even playing baseball, and how long have you been playing baseball for?
You know, I played ever since I can remember. Playing on those tiny little fields, and then but I've been playing professionally since 2017. Grew up in Florida, small little junior college. Stayed in Florida, close to home, and then went out west after I got drafted, and it kind of started it all.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you feel it's true where people say you have to play baseball by a certain year to be able to go pro? I don't know how early you started, but
I really don't. Growing up, I thought years of experience will trump, but I think sports itself, I think just any athletic movement at a young age will help. I know guys that don't even play baseball that serious until they're even in high school or college.
Oh, wow.
That really have that late blossom, because you don't really want to be the best when you're 12. You want to be just a slow climb until you're 25, 30. So I really don't think, I think kids just play sports, get outside, be athletic, jump, run, just be a kid. And it whatever happens with it, I think.
True. So did you practice at home knowing that's what you wanted to do?
Yeah, it was always I played some other sports, obviously neighborhood sports, and I played a little basketball in middle school, but we always had my dad always built a mound when we were every house we had, we always had a little mound and a net, just so throughout the day, if we were ever bored, it was always there, a tire to throw into, or just little stuff. I felt like it was always my number one, I guess.
Cool.
So it was always there around
for
me to practice and stuff.
Did your parents have to hound you to, practice your craft, or were you just I love baseball and that's just what I want to do?
Yeah, they didn't hound it. They provided a lot of support, and I was always on travel ball, and so I just felt the support, I guess. They were always there for me, financially, and always. I wasn't begging to play, but they knew I wanted to play. My friends were always doing it, so they knew I wanted to compete, and so I was just super grateful growing up for me to have that provided for me, and but I never took it crazy serious. I always just had fun with the boys, and it was always just fun traveling different cities and stuff.
Yeah, that's refreshing to hear, because sometimes they say, if you want your kid to become NHL player, they got to go at an early age and just make them be interested in the sport. Whereas it's cool that you kind of didn't have to go that route.
I had a fortunate upbringing with how my dad handled that, and he obviously was hard. I had a lot of expectations for me, and he never wanted me to go in half.
Yeah.
But it was always an easy push, I guess.
Expectations. Did you know your dad had expectations? And I say this as me with my daughter, and wondering what I have to say and do for her to kind of, do things in life.
No, I knew he had them. Because he knew how I was a big kid when growing up. Like he knew how gifted I was, like
Cool.
how fortunate I was to have the body I had, and like a lot of kids would dream to have, like a lot of these smaller kids will just dream to have like the opportunity I had. So I think he always just reminded me how lucky I was and how there's a small window of like opportunity there. And if it's something I want to do, then I got to go chase it. So
That's sweet, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. Your parents have like a big impact on just your life in general outside of baseball?
Yeah. Just like the work ethic trickles down.
Yeah.
My dad grinded, like he's a car dealer for the last 35 years. So just having a small little used car dealer, but he grinded it, and he's made a good living out of it.
I heard you had like 13 or 14 like cars throughout your high school. Like what kind of cars did you have out of that bunch?
Out of the bunch? A bunch of, pretty like standard. A lot of trucks.
Yeah.
Coming from Florida, like some Tahoes, stuff that was easier to like sell to a buddy or sell to someone around that I know. Trucks always sell, and like those little SUVs always sell. So I always had, my favorite was my first truck, a Toyota Tundra.
Cool. That's
like a
classic.
1999. Yeah, just like great, reliable.
Oh, shit.
That was one of my favorites. But I always had trucks like that, Z71 trucks or those Z71 Tahoes. It's like a sporty look.
That's pretty cool. I don't know why I always pictured you as like an American car guy, like not a truck guy.
Yeah. No, it definitely changed over the years. Trying to think. I don't know. I don't know. I still have a truck now, which is surprising. Yeah.
So you do have a car?
I have a Jeep and then a truck.
Okay.
So I have like a fun little four-door
I see.
Jeep.
So you do have cars, but you just like you choose to bike to like work.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I like the bike.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So for emergencies, like if you guys wanted to get out and go up north or something, you can drive.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I heard your mom homeschooled you.
Yeah.
How was that like?
It was the best. Like, I would wake up, I would sleep in, and then I would have a tutor come after I'd watch like The Price is Right at 11, and then a tutor would come around noon and do a couple hours. But I wasn't a great student, so like it was a great little reset for me, I guess, just to like get away from all the pressure from school. I just felt like I was always behind.
Yeah. What years did you do homeschooling?
My second year, like a second grade.
Okay, so at an early age.
Yeah.
Up until when?
I did it for that year.
Oh, that's cool.
Just to kind of like, I didn't want to go back to second grade.
Okay.
And
damn,
like
second graders.
my mom didn't want me to do that either. I don't think she liked the principal. She was like, watch this.
Yeah.
So we just homeschooled, and then it got me back in. But it was fun just to, like I said, reset and kind of get back to school at a good age. It was still young enough for me to just get out of the way.
I'm sure your mom loved it.
Oh yeah, she did.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So you still had to get a tutor? Is that just for like specific subjects? They had to come in and kind of
just to keep some kind of benchmark, just for that, because there's certain things that you gotta do throughout the year. So
were you sad to have to go back to school like the year after?
Trying to remember. Probably yes and no.
Yeah.
Obviously the friends and stuff. That's what I miss the most. But no, I didn't really love school. I hated like going to class and
Me
stuff.
too. I don't know what it is.
But go to your class, kids.
Yeah, there you go.
I can't send that message.
That's pretty awesome, man, that you got to like experience that.
Yeah.
Because I know during COVID, I was like taking my degree, and my daughter was like 1 year, not even like one, and I spent like her first 3 years with her. So it's like a nice feeling to have.
Yeah.
And I know you have a brother who also did he play? I think he played maybe 1 year in the majors, or
no, yeah, he played minor league for 4 years.
But he got drafted by the same team you did.
Same year.
Same year. Okay.
Yeah.
That must have been cool too.
It was cool.
And he has a training camp, right?
Yeah, he does like online coaching
That's
for pitchers. Yeah, he does a good job with it.
He lives in Florida?
Yeah, right now he's out in Texas, but he's from Florida. But he's kind of a nomad right now. Just
Oh yeah.
yeah, just kind of going wherever people need him.
Uh,
He's just doing everything remote, so he can kind of be wherever.
That's hard too, man. Teaching on
Yeah,
remotely.
for sure.
Different vibe, right?
Yeah, because yeah, you could almost have to sell before you can really figure out who they are.
Yeah.
Because obviously in person, like you can feel the energy, like I said earlier. And the kids and the parents can kind of like really buy in.
Yeah.
But like remote, it's probably that hard for a second. So
For sure.
he probably gets a little bit of pushback, but he's doing good with it.
Good for him, man.
Yeah, it's cool.
Does he have Instagram?
Yeah,
What is it? I think it's a holistic
pitching path.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
We'll shout him out and put his
Yeah.
link. That's pretty awesome. So you got drafted, but you didn't want to take. I guess you didn't want to be picked up by
My
Arizona.
first year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there like a strategy or a reason why?
Yeah. So my first year it was a JUCO
Yeah.
in Chipola. You can get drafted after your freshman year. So I did, but I didn't even know that I was going to be drafted. Like I had a good year, but I was still really like low key. I didn't really talk to many teams. And so I didn't really expect anything. And they ended up drafting me. Like me and my dad were at the beach and they called and it was really cool. Like we're like, oh, it was kind of surprising.
Yeah.
It was in the 18th round, I think. And it just kind of, I slept on it, you know, I don't know, I kind of forgot how long you have, maybe a week or something to decide. After a couple of days, I just felt like, you know, if I got drafted, like, and I'm not even like all in right now. Like if I really like, I can use this as confidence and like really put in a good summer, put in a good year, and maybe I can even like go higher. So I just,
Good for you.
yeah, I kind of took it and it fueled me. And then I ended up getting good in the 7th the next year.
That's
so.
crazy. The difference that you jump. From,
Yeah.
Yeah. Did your does it change like your signing bonuses and stuff when you have a, I guess lower?
Yeah. No, yeah, the first year, like right around 100 grand. And then the 7th round, I think I got like 230.
Oh wow, so big difference.
Yeah, a difference.
And then your agent Carmine, like at what point did you have him? Or
Yeah, he was the first agent to ever reach out. And he'll be my last. Like I feel like if he saw me that young, you know, like the projectability he saw in me,
yeah.
that's a good eye. I feel like other agents were not on me. For him to kind of pick me out.
That's
like,
cool.
Yeah, I know. And so
Loyalty right
that's
there.
my guy,
man.
yeah.
So he was there from the beginning.
Yeah, 2017, he saw me, I guess, and he reached out. Kind of a small world. Like his father-in-law went to Chipola.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and so there's relationships in the past. Like his wife went to Chipola, so he always loved Chipola, I guess.
Yeah.
And just so happened that I was there and we agreed.
It's meant to be.
I know.
What does an agent do for you usually? Obviously, negotiate your contracts.
Yeah. So there's a lot of on-field stuff, and then a lot of off-field stuff too, like brand deals and stuff like this, and any equipment I need, he takes care of. Even small stuff if I'm traveling in the off season or traveling in season, if I need help with recommendations or hotels or food, like he could set up some stuff, and so there's a bunch of stuff that goes into it.
Cool. So like when you moved to Toronto, did he set you up with your home, or did you have to find your own realtor and stuff like that?
I had a realtor from the past year.
Oh, cool.
So that was pretty easy.
Okay.
But he's definitely helped spring training, housing, and stuff like that. He's had a lot of connections. So
Cool.
yeah,
That's pretty awesome. And like when you're flying, I guess playing away games, this is weird, but like laundry and stuff, how does that work? Do you guys do laundry, or you just wear whatever you wear and you wear it back?
For when we're on the road.
Yeah.
When we're on the road, like you might wear the outfit for like 30 minutes because you're just wearing it from the bus to the field. Then you change right when you get to the field. So like you really don't need that much laundry.
But even like 3 day, let's say a 3 day game at like, in Florida,
Yeah.
like, do you bring a suitcase with you
Yeah,
with
yeah,
clothes
yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
stuff?
I bring enough clothes to have like for a week at least. Yeah.
Cool.
We got huge suitcases, so always pack heavy.
Cool.
But yeah, the outfits, yeah,
Yeah,
always.
yeah. And how do you like manage with like, I know it's not really much of a jet lag, but just being on a plane and having to always travel, like how much
Mhm.
of an impact does that have on you?
Yeah, I don't know how like the position players do that because like it's definitely easier for the starting pitchers to adapt because unless you pitch that night, like you have a few days to get acclimated. But yeah, it's one of those things we just gotta kind of play the clock a little bit. Like when we fly into the West Coast, you kind of have to stay up a little bit and try to sleep in. Like you kind of have to quickly flip the clock and hydrate, get a good meal in. I like to go to like the hotel weight room and just kind of move around a little bit.
Cool.
Just to, it's easy to just get stuck on the plane and then you come home and go to your hotel room, go to bed, and then you wake up and like you kind of feel stiff. So just like movement and using I guess the amenities they have too. They have
Yeah,
usually
yeah.
saunas and stuff. So just to get some recovery in, because it does take a while to like get everything adjusted while you're going that far, that
Yeah,
late,
true.
and then you got to play the next day.
Do you ever like explore around the cities that you visit, or is it?
Always, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
You rent a bike or just use your feet?
Nah, I mean, a lot of Ubering,
Okay,
depending on where we're staying at,
cool.
or just a lot of walking. So many cool cities we go to,
Yeah, yeah.
so it's like there's no way I'm stuck in the hotel.
You do your own thing, or like you guys have like groups that you guys just like?
Yeah, either or. Like sometimes I just rip solo, and
That's cool.
then some guys will meet up. As guys wake up, or yeah, sometimes we just roll out as a group. Depends how many people have families come on the road and stuff. So it all depends, but yeah, it's always fun going out there.
Does like your family come with you a lot to the games?
Yeah. They pick and choose a lot of their favorite cities they like to go to.
Cool.
And they love it up here in Toronto.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's cool.
Do they? I'm assuming your kids go to school. At least your 4-year-old.
Yeah, he was going to school this off season.
I see. So does he miss like school to come out?
Yeah, he does. It's almost like our little summer, I guess.
Cool.
So when the season hits, he still we still do some, I guess, homeschooling. We make him do some crafts and stuff, and he's learning letters and words and stuff. So we're still doing some of the stuff, but it's definitely a weird lifestyle.
I'm telling you, man.
Seasonal working like this, it's weird.
Like, how hard is it leaving your family and going to travel and play ball?
Oh yeah, it's. I cry every time I leave.
Yeah,
it's just
I bet.
It's hard with being like the kids are always asking where I'm at, but they do a really good. Like my wife's a super woman, how she handles all that, and but they're always we'd never go like 10 days without seeing each other. So
that's a nice.
Yeah, they're always going on the road, or they're staying here in Toronto, or we do a good job with FaceTime. So
that's cool.
It's a priority.
Yeah. Do your kids know? Well, they know you play baseball, but do they know like, you're a Toronto Blue Jay and stuff like that?
My he's figuring it out, but like, I don't know if, he does. I don't know if he knows it's cool or thinks it's cool. I think he just knows his dad has work.
That's so sick.
He loves going, and he loves how I'm at the field.
Your their parents, like their friends' parents, they know who you are and stuff like that. Like his classmates,
like at school and stuff.
Yeah,
I think the teachers, like one of these days, like it was like December or something, but he just woke up and had to wear my jersey. Like he had the mini jersey, and like he had to wear it, and like there's no way they didn't put two and two together there. But that's just he's funny, man.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How much of an impact do you think it is for your wife to have you like leave and be away from you and have the kids and stuff? Like,
it's definitely a challenge.
Yeah.
But the way like she handles it. It's a lot. Like it's great the way it's structured though, because like the off season we just like really soak it up. Um, you get a lot of time together in the off season, so like, and you see the season coming, so you can really prepare for it.
Yeah.
And then you kind of have to like we just strap up for the season, and um, we just work together really well with that.
Cool.
Yeah, and then the off season comes, and then you can really spend that. You get that time back.
You're on duty
Yeah,
full time.
the way I look at it, they're like we're super fortunate with our problems.
Yeah.
You know, like people fighting the war, like
course.
people are away for way longer.
Yeah.
So I look at it that way.
That's cool. Does she have support from like her parents? Do they live close?
Yeah, they have a lot of support, but they're out and they live in the West Coast, like
Okay.
Northern California.
That's hard.
Yeah, they're owners of a brewery, so
Oh,
they're
cool.
always working. So it's hard, but they travel as much as they can, and they came and saw us in spring. So yeah, we'll see them actually All-Star break. We're gonna stay out there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So do you guys have like a babysitter? Like how do you guys unload, I guess?
We don't have one. I don't know. I mean, obviously, like my son is like the best. He's super easy.
That's cool.
So I mean, there's times where like it'd be really nice to have a sitter right now, but for right now, we just lean on each other.
Yeah.
Spend a lot of time together, and maybe this off season we'll have some here and there, like so we can have like a weekend trip somewhere, so we can just have some time alone. It's been a while, but for right now, we're soaking each other up.
I'm sure even like you guys going out on like a date must be hard, especially if like her parents are not around and you can't just dip.
We're at right now, like in the off season. We bought a house like really close to my family.
Okay.
So we have my parents. If we do want to do a date night or something, we have that.
In Florida?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So we got to do a little bit of that this off season.
Cool. So like what does off season look like? When do you like check out and when are you checked back in?
Yeah. So like the season ends and like I do like I don't count the days, but roughly about 2 weeks, like I try to veg out and just like let my nervous system calm down.
Yeah.
Just like let me be normal for a little bit. Hang with family, eat whatever I want, and just veg and then I feel like 2 weeks kind of goes by, and then you kind of get like, all right, I need to get moving, like, and then you kind of slowly taper into start sweating more and more, I guess. But I always love doing like sauna, ice bath, a lot of recovery stuff. So I'll start with that, and then I'll ease into throwing, just having fun, like fun catch though. I like just not serious. I know, not working on mechanics or anything. Just really just flipping the ball like I'm a kid again.
That's cool.
And yeah, it slowly just tapers into like a little more lifting, and then before you know it, like December, it's like heavy days, and then you got your long days of throwing. Bullpens start January, and then every time like Christmas hits, then it's like spring training comes around like so quick. So I feel like that time till Christmas, it's like try to just stretch those days out as long as you can.
Do you have to like watch out what you eat, or can you essentially, do you diet during the season, or you pretty much eat what you want?
No, I keep it pretty clean. I have a sweet tooth.
Me too, man.
Yeah. So like I try to eat as much protein as I can, and then I'll have some sweets at the end, but just like good protein source. I eat a lot of beef.
Yeah.
And like hydration is one of my biggest things probably. That's like my priority is good hydration, and then after that I just try to keep a pretty clean diet.
You gotta check out JW Foods.
Okay.
They target like people who are like bodybuilders and stuff. So their meat is like very clean, no salt,
like grass fed or whatever.
all that stuff. they're in Scarborough, a little, not maybe not too far from where you are, but it's still kind of a ways
Okay.
away. I might actually go after this, but
Cool.
and it's like, you know, packs of chicken and
Okay,
it's
cool.
like pretty reasonably priced too.
Nice.
For your sweet tooth, you got to check out Glory Hole Donuts, man.
Glory.
They're
Okay.
really, really, really good,
Okay.
man. It's next level.
All right.
Supplements. Is there like a supplement like list that you can buy from? Because I'm sure it's controlled somewhat.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's always got to be certified
What
through say it again.
what does like certified mean?
So it's just third party tested,
Okay,
but it's called NSF certified.
got
So
it.
it's like a certification that the supplement has to go through for it to be completely clean.
Cool.
So yeah, Blue Jays do like an incredible job with the supplements and getting everything they can. Anything you're even interested in, they'll attack. So I have like a little list of
Cool.
I feel like what I need. I've done a lot of blood work. Every year I do blood work just to see where I'm at
Cool.
and kind of see what I need to fulfill. But I always have like, just a set staple of like creatine, magnesium, vitamin D, and zinc. So that's like always rip those, and
That's
then if I need anything else,
your
I feel
stack.
like, and then like other than that, like hydration, so like electrolytes. But
You should check out Caged Muscle.
okay,
It's third party tested too.
cool.
I've been using them for like 15 years, man. They don't use like any artificial coloring or flavoring.
That's a big part of like what I like
Yeah,
in Toronto. They don't have any of that.
Caged, man. It's my go-to because it was started by a guy named Chris Gethin. He was like a bodybuilder, and he's all about like clean, even
Cool.
like no steroids and all
Yeah.
that stuff. But the flavors are so good. They have like hydration stuff. They have great whey protein. Their pre-workouts are amazing. They have
Cool.
like stimulation-free ones, which I've now gone to. I
Wow.
can't do caffeine anymore. It just gives you the jitters and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think you would love their
Okay.
brand.
Sweet. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. It's
Heck
pretty
yeah.
dope, man. So do you have to pay for the supplements?
No, I mean the team has so much. And then if I do like Carmine,
Cool.
that's up his alley too. He'll get me whatever, and so yeah, super fortunate with any of the supplements and stuff, especially in the off season. They'll even ship it. The team ship it to the house.
Oh, that's wicked.
Protein, whatever I need to get.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. You obviously came from like a wicked season last year,
Yeah.
the tail end and stuff like that. How do you manage like hard times and stuff? I know you're really good at managing stress.
Yeah.
For those people, like how do you stay so composed?
Learning from failure, like growing through failure, I guess. Not getting like bogged down from it. I think just like learning, I guess just like accepting failure. Like I know like no one's going to go through life just winning every day. So I think just understanding it and not letting it snowball. Just almost like accept it, let it pass. Because like they say like you can't jump from mountain to mountain. There's so many like valleys in between, and like there's value in the valley. So I think we need to just. That's when like my bad games is where I'm learning. That's where I'm growing from. So instead of like me thinking like why me or like I'm so bad, like I can't figure this out. Like it's more like no, I need to go and like learn from. I'm not like there's a reason why I'm failing. It's not just I can't fall into like the victim. So I think just learning that way. I think
Cool.
like going into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you like, because you can prepare as much as you want and still kind of have a bad game, right? So what is it really like? What's that perfect? Is it how you're feeling mentally, physically? Because I guess you can still feel good mentally and play a bad game. I just don't know how you guys stay so like, especially if like you're losing, let's just say 6-0.
Yeah.
How do you stay composed to even finish the game?
Yeah. Trying to think like Yeah, physically your body is not going to feel like that every day, you know?
Yeah.
It's not going to feel how it feels in April or in July and August. But in your mind, um, that's why we got to stay so sharp
Okay.
up top, and that's when the preparation has to be so consistent. Because if you're not, that's when those days can kind of catch up to you. So as like a starting pitcher, like we have those 4 days in between where like if you don't lock in for those 4 days, that 5 days comes quick, and all of a sudden you're out there at your 80%. Like if you we have to like really take advantage of each day in between to make that 5th day like really worth it.
Sure.
So like we have no excuse, but like position players, like I really don't know how they do that. Is our shortstops and like first baseman, third, like all these guys play every day, and they have to lock in for every at bat. It's crazy, 600 at bats a year,
Yeah.
and they gotta be locked in every pitch. Pretty crazy how they do it mentally and physically.
This episode is proudly sponsored by 47 Brand Canada. Shop online at 47brand.ca and follow them on Instagram at 47canada. Do you think it's like a game of tic-tac-toe when you're there pitching and they're trying to guess what you're going to throw? Do you feel like it is kind of like a strategy of tic-tac-toe? Okay, I put out like scissors. The next one he thinks I'm going to do rock. I'm going to do paper.
Yeah. No, it definitely is. It's like a 3-way thing because you got the hitter and you have me. I'm on the mound, but you also have the catcher too. So you have like the catcher's thinking, and then he's thinking like, what is he thinking?
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking like, I agree with the catcher, but honestly, like, I gotta have conviction in my pitch though, because like the catcher's he's recommending, but like I'm the one throwing it. So if he's calling a curveball, but I'm not really comfortable throwing the curveball right here, like then I have to be fully into the other pitch I want to throw. Like if it's a fastball, then I gotta basically take the hitter out and be like, I can't even think about him. I gotta execute this pitch. So it's kind of like a 3-way little. It's a lot of thinking.
Reminds me of the Spider-Man meme where everyone is pointing.
Everyone's pointing. Yeah.
Who gets the final call of like what you're throwing? Is it you?
Yeah.
And this is, I wanted to know this. Do the bullpen, or not the bullpen, but like in the dugout, do they tell you guys, no, you're throwing this pitch?
No, it's up to the pitcher.
Okay.
The catcher, obviously, there's some times where like he'll keep calling, like he really wants it, like he'll keep calling it, and you're like, all right, let's do it. Like there's times where like you really have to just feel the game.
Right.
It's a feel thing, and there's times where you can feel the energy of the catcher. Like if he really wants it, then you gotta fully trust it too, because there's something he's seeing or something he's feeling. So it's just you have to know your catcher. And then at the end of the day, yeah, we're throwing it. So a lot of we gotta take the blame. You know, it's us. We're the ones with the ball. Even if it's a bad pitch selection, like all right, then you have location.
Yeah.
We have to locate it and execute it.
That must be hard, man. Location. I just think of like how precise you got to be.
I know.
How do you even practice that without even hitting somebody too?
Yeah, you get to the point where it just becomes what we do. Like when we practice in between starts, we have bullpen. A bullpen day where we'll go out there, 4 hours before the game, and we'll throw to the catcher in the bullpen and work on what we didn't do well at the last start, and then work on stuff that we want to work on for the next game. So like Wednesday, I have a bullpen for Friday's game. So Wednesday, I'm going to kind of go through the projected lineup and have some intent of what I'm going to do against the Tigers. So I'm facing the Tigers on Friday. So like Wednesday, I'm going to go through 3 of their best hitters or whatever. And then I'm going to try to execute every pitch and have a plan.
That's cool.
Yeah.
If physics was not like a limitation, what kind of pitch do you think you would want to create? Just that's different, like a signature pitch that's like it can do whatever you want it to do.
Yeah, yeah.
What would you want it to do?
We're inventing it.
We're inventing it, a brand new pitch.
I want to invent maybe an up, like something
Like a
that like
plane?
goes down, almost skims the ground, and then just shoots up
That'd be
through the
cool.
strike zone, and maybe like a little cut to it, like an upshoot cutter
Yeah.
that goes down at first.
Like, I wonder if it's like physically possible. Would you have to throw it in a specific way? I don't know how you do that. Like,
Yeah,
are there
I don't
rules?
think you can.
Are there rules with like you have to pitch like
No, I mean, you can
overhand?
throw sidearm, underarm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You just can't jump off the mound.
Okay.
There's a couple rules like that. Like you got to be on the rubber. But no, as arm angle goes, you can kind of do whatever. But there's a certain point where like some stuff works and stuff doesn't.
That's cool.
So guys just kind of, there's a lot of funkiness. You know, baseball's a weird sport with mechanics.
Yeah.
Super skilled base. It's not like basketball, you're jumping, and then like football, you're going forward, you're running, and then like baseball is like rotating.
Got it.
It's you kind of have to control your limbs. That's like more rotational sport than anything.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried like playing around with like the knuckleball and stuff?
I do a little bit.
Yeah.
I can never get it though.
Interesting.
It's all up to your like, I guess your finger flexibility or finger strength or finger length, and it's all weird. I don't know. Every pitch has something that some guys can optimize on through their like hand chemistry, I guess. Some guys can just rip it. Like some guys have struggle with it. I don't know what it is.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do the catchers ever like trash talk? Like, is there a lot of talking in baseball? Because obviously we don't hear it when I watch it on TV.
From a team to another team?
Yeah, like catcher talking to the batter.
No, I don't think much between the catcher and the hitter.
Got it.
I know Kirky's quiet. Like,
okay.
Kirky's locked in, and the other team's the other team. Like he's just focused on our team. But if there's some stuff at the game, some chirpiness, like that usually goes like dugout to dugout or dugout to the players on the field. Usually the catcher and the hitter. I think the umpire is there to kind of
mediate,
police that. Yeah. So usually it's from the dugout, I would say.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like behind the scenes, are there any tools where, for example, let's say I'm batting against you, and for practice, I want to say, okay, for batting practice, use Bowden Francis's pitches, because they have the data. Like every time you throw a pitch, they have that data. Is there a way where that batting practice is basically locked into like specific pitchers? So if I'm playing against you, the mode is set to you, and I'm basically receiving pitches that you would throw.
Yeah, this is why we have to be so locked in every pitch.
Yeah,
especially now. Back in the day, like you just had your scouting report and then you go execute it. Like, but now when a team comes into town, like they're so prepared and so ready for your rhythm, like your how you like pitch. Like they have every, like we have a projection screen basically with a hole that sticks right outside, and they can change whatever arm angle. So like if you're facing, like, let's say you're facing me tomorrow night, well, the whole day for BP you can face me. The screen is pitching me, and it's spitting out every pitch that I throw with the metrics of how I throw it. Like,
so it does exist.
You can face me, 10 times before you're gonna face me tonight.
Damn.
Yeah, so like, and it can plug in. The hitting coach can sit back there with the iPad and plug in like my tendencies. So if I'm like 80% strike one fastball, like, all right, here's your fastball, boom. And then like, all right, when he's 0-2, like 80% he's gonna throw the curveball. So like he's gonna run you through it at bat of what I do most of the time.
It's not virtual, right? It's actual, like, balls are being pitched to you
Yeah, it's a virtual screen of me pitching, and then the ball shoots out of the thing right at the right time.
and matches your.
Yeah,
That's sick.
and it's sick for them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Not for me.
Because I always said to myself, man, like with all this data, there must be some sort of tools where, and is it provided by the MLB where everybody has the same playing field of tools?
No, I think it's up to the org.
Okay.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams have it. But that's like it's a newer thing, I guess they're doing. I mean, there's always iPads in the dugout.
Yeah.
Like a lot of fans see that. It's crazy. You can watch what they've done in the past week. You can see all their highlights just rerunning in the dugout.
Got it.
So there's a lot of stuff. A lot of like, if there's any tipping, like what you're doing with like if you're tipping, they have you.
Okay.
You know what that means? Tipping.
You're basically letting they know what you're gonna pitch.
Yeah, through like antics that you do or
Got
whatever,
it, like a twitch or something.
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
wild, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Is there something vice versa for you to use where you can pitch against a virtual batter that would be like Soto or something?
Yeah, I've thought about it. Like something in the bullpen, like
Yeah.
that you can throw to, and there's some kind of system that like you could see whether they're gonna take that or they're gonna swing at that,
Got
or
it.
like do they swing first pitch a lot of the time? Like go ahead and have someone swing while I'm in the bullpen working. Like I wonder about that.
That's cool. Is there like, do you have any like spiritual coaches or like people who kind of get you to just calm down, or you just do that yourself?
Yeah, I have like we have a mental skills coach
Awesome.
on the team. He's great. And then I have someone also out in Arizona that I spent a lot of time with when I was with Milwaukee.
Cool.
And then during COVID, I was out there. Yeah, he has a meditation studio out in Mesa,
Sweet.
Arizona. He's incredible.
That's cool.
Joey Bellis, like optimal performance training out in Arizona.
Shout outs Joey.
Yeah.
That's dope. I need
Yeah.
one for my everyday life, man.
Yeah, he's incredible, man.
Like, don't you feel like even with like having kids, sometimes they're not listening to you? And I wish I had like a mental coach and obviously I'm trying to calm myself down too.
Yeah, I know.
But it's so important.
For sure.
I don't know. Like, are you a patient guy? You seem like it.
Yeah, I think so. With kids, like I just notice like if I'm inside, definitely less.
Okay.
But if I'm getting overstimulated, like let's just go outside and I'm good. Like it's just better for them too, I think.
Okay.
So the city life is just not it's not what I grew up on. So like if I can get the kids outside and some grass, like I just catch myself a lot less stress. So
Even condo living, how do you do it? And like, how big's the condo?
yeah, it's pretty small. Little 2-bedroom spot.
Oh, I'm shocked.
Yeah, but we have a really nice balcony with a really nice view, so it gives you some good visual of being outside. And we get a lot of sun, so that helps. And then like there's a lot of parks right nearby. So,
But isn't it like, do your kids share a room?
yes. Well, my son's in one room, and then me, my daughter, and my wife are in the other.
Okay. She's still in her
Yeah, she's
bassinet.
the umbilical cord is still attached.
Yeah, team girl dad. That's cool. We live in a 1-bedroom condo, and it's just hard living, man.
Yeah, I know.
And with a dog too, it's just everybody's on top of each other.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. I do know that you have some cool gloves like Rawlings Canada. I think you did something special with something to do with your kids.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
My gloves?
Yeah, and more and or your cleats.
Yes. So my gloves, I did my birthstones for my son, my daughter, and my wife. So my green ones, my wife's peridot, and then amethyst. It's purple, so that's my son's birthstone, and then my daughter's is turquoise. So
Cool.
that's the other glove, and then my cleats. Yeah, I take them home and I let them paint and like Sharpie all over them and just put their little twist on it. I don't know. I like how it adds like some customization to it,
Yeah,
and then also at the same time like they're having fun,
that's cool.
and then in the game I can just
It's your good luck charm.
they're part of me. Yeah, they're out there with me.
Do you have any like superstitions where you wear the same glove if you won or something like that, or will you swap them out every other game?
Um, I'm rocking the green one right now. It's not superstitious. I think it's just off a feel. Like
Okay.
it just feels best in my hand right now. For that, other than that, like I'm really not that superstitious. I'll switch it up pretty easy. I think there's times where like I'll wear the same leggings for a good stretch, but other than that, like I don't get caught up in it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
For MLB like Players Weekend where you can start doing your own
Yeah.
stuff, what are the rules and restrictions? Like, let's say I wanted like, I don't know, to give you like a bat that had Daddy Day Club or something. Like, do you
Yeah.
know the rules? Have you been like, did you participate in that last year? I don't know if you were
Yeah.
pitching that game, but
I didn't pitch that game, but I don't really know the rules, but I know you can kind of just really express yourself. But the sport has been better about that, like about custom cleats. Like
cool.
every player's got his own style now. I don't know. I know they used to do the jersey back, like the last name.
Yeah.
You put your nickname on there. I thought
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
that's
I thought that
cool.
was really cool. I wish they still did that.
So I guess every year it changes.
I guess, yeah. In the last I feel like they stopped the last name thing in like 2021 or something, 22 maybe. I know. I don't know. I feel like this year maybe I'll get someone to do some painting on my cleat, like some
Yeah.
artist to do something,
That's
some
cool.
funkiness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty dope.
yeah.
Are you doing any like your own merch or anything like that?
I haven't. I really love the hat game. Like
Yeah.
that could be something I would maybe get into. I just don't even know how to start that though.
I have connections.
All right,
I'll set you up. Yeah.
maybe a collab. We'll start it off.
I'm down to do that. Do you guys ever do like charity games or something like that?
Charity game, like
Yeah,
in
like I feel like it would be cool. I'm trying to like dabble into like the community, and I think it'd be cool to do like a charity baseball game,
yeah,
girl dad versus boy dad or something like that.
that'd be cool.
You know what I mean?
No, I think there'd be more of that. I know there's a lot of stuff to do with Jay's Care.
Yeah.
It's a big, great foundation they have there. And I don't know, but I do want to do more for the community, especially here. Just the way the fans interact with us and give us the love. I think we need to give it back.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It must be hard though, because like when you're not playing and it's off season, you're not in Toronto.
I know.
You know what I mean?
It is. Yeah, we're far. Yeah, I wonder if it's something we can do. And it's hard on the off days too.
Yeah. You guys are always doing something. And there's apparently like you guys got to be at the stadium at a certain time.
Yeah.
Like every day, or is it when you're pitching?
No, every day. Every day we get in there. We try to eat lunch together, you know.
Oh, cool.
Usually everyone rolls in there pretty similar time, to give you enough time to prepare for practice. We have like kind of a practice before we play.
Cool. You want to talk about practice?
Yeah, so everyone's got their own little personal preparation, I guess.
Are there some people who won't eat like the catered food and they bring their own like chicken and rice and broccoli kind of thing?
There has been in the past, but the Jays do such good with food.
Cool.
Like the chefs back there will kind of cook you really anything you really wanted. Like we have like a little off menu thing if you want a burger or chicken, whatever, that can kind of cook it for you. But what they cook on the line is incredible too. They do a great job with giving options and
Yeah.
healthy options.
Your wife ever tell you to like bring stuff home?
Oh yeah, all the
Yeah,
time. Yeah.
that's cool.
I'll hook her up with a to go.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. Yeah, they just have an insane amount of food, so super super lucky.
Like, is it clean food? Like, are they very strict on like what you can eat?
Our dietitian does a good job of structuring it.
Cool.
Not making to the point where like you need to see like it's not tasting good. Like it's a good balance, you know. It's they do a great job of like using the right ingredients but making it
taste decent.
Taste good though. Like
Yeah.
we use really high quality meats, like grass finished and good organic vegetables, but they also like whip it up with good seasoning, and yeah, they do a good job.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Everyone's got to eat.
I know. It's important.
Yeah. How's like I guess parenting, man? Is it like what you thought it would be? I know you're now 4 years into the game.
Yeah. You know, you never know like what it's gonna be. I haven't really crazy like I had no like expecting going into it.
And you were a young dad, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like 25 when you had your first?
Yeah. I want to, yeah. 25. Yeah, you really don't know. All of a sudden, you have this little ball of mush you're holding, and like they don't do much at the beginning. You're just so in love with this energy you're holding. It's crazy, and then I just felt more love growth as they grew, as like my son grew.
Yeah.
Just each little checkpoint just made it better and better. Because at first you're like in awe.
Yeah.
And then like there's not much parenting, you know, like obviously you're working together as teammates, you and your wife, and just doing everything to make him happy and not cry.
Yeah.
And then personality starts coming out, and then it becomes fun.
That's
and then
cool.
And after that, now you try to be very intentful on how to teach them and how to get them in the right direction. It's scary as they grow older, you know. It's like I always want to be like perfect for them, but you know, perfect isn't a thing.
That's true.
It's your perfect, I guess.
That's true. Do you like when you're done games? I'm assuming they're already in bed.
Yeah. There's a lot of kids that do really good, like with baseball season clock.
I like that baseball season clock.
Yeah, a lot of kids will stay up. Mine do okay, but they like to get to bed earlier, which I like it too. Like they start getting grumpy, I guess.
Fair. Overtired.
Yeah. I don't think it's worth just like pushing it just because of the game.
I get it.
If I'm not pitching, like they need to go get in bed, and but yeah, they're awesome. We, like I said, we live super close, so it's easy for them to kind of leave whenever, but then kind of come and go because we're such a quick walk.
Do you are they in daycare? I forget. Your kids?
No, but basically, like the team has daycare.
Get out.
Yeah.
Come on.
Crazy, man.
That's sick.
They do everything like that, like top to bottom. They think of everything. They take care of the families. Like, yeah, they have amazing like kids room.
Yeah.
Slides and insane amount of toys and nannies. Like they can just drop them off and then go to like the wives can go sit in the suite or in the seats and just like veg out. And
damn.
Yeah, they have crazy.
That's a perk.
Support.
That's a perk, man.
100%.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So at least your wife can get somewhat of a break.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she actually she likes hanging out in there.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, but she likes Yeah, she likes a lot of the wives will hang out there too. It's like a lounge. Like
Yeah.
it's really nice.
Man, we picked the wrong work life, man. What am I doing? That's serious. So I got to ask you this one question. Do you get sick a lot? Because I know the early years of kids, man, you're always sick and then you're
Yeah.
out for like a week. So have you ever experienced that?
I've been pretty good with health, and like they always have little sicknesses that run off, little fevers and stuff, but I've been pretty good with, I guess, like supplementing and being consistent on my health, I guess. Being outside and getting all my vitamins in.
Good for you. Do any of the teammates like if I get something from daycare, I'm better now, but like
Yeah.
I would be out for like a week, man.
Yeah.
Just like can't move, like dead.
Oh, wow. Might be just kind of what we do too.
Fair.
Like if I feel a little down the weather, like sometimes getting into the field and getting a workout in, or just like getting some normalcy, like sometimes it'll make me feel better.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes if I'm not feeling good and I kind of like don't get out, sometimes it lingers more.
Got it.
I think just getting into the field, like you gotta do what you gotta do, type of thing. It kind of, I think, kind of flips it faster.
Have you pitched sick before?
Yeah. Those are the ones I think you're like willpower, and I think you lock in, adrenaline takes over. Some of your best games come from those.
I wonder if you track the stats of like how many games you've pitched sick and how many you've won out of the bunch.
Yeah, I know.
That's a good stat to know.
It is funny. So, because I know like the whole flu game.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, like food poisoning, like some guys just, when you get back against the wall, they just play better, I guess.
That's true. Has like your perception or appreciation for your parents changed since you've had like kids?
Crazy amount.
Yeah.
Like I think about it all the time. I'm like, how did my dad have 3 kids? Like I'm at 2 and we're like, 2 is perfect. But I mean, I watch people like at the grocery store and I'm like, this woman has 4 children or 5, like how do they, you always wonder how they do it. But yeah, it's the appreciation for that is like through the roof, like I feel like after my second one, like I feel like I dap my dad up and I'm like, yo, you're a G, man. Like, I understand what you're saying now, like how stressed out you were, like traveling whenever, like just traveling, I guess when we were younger and stuff. Stuff adds up, and I guess that just takes me back to being so fortunate of like the support when I was playing baseball on the road, and a lot of it goes into it. So it's gonna be huge as my son grows older and what he wants to do and how to navigate that and how to support him.
Yeah. Have you gotten more emotional since having kids?
I've always been emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think so. I think it's added to it in a different element. Yeah, I guess your heart grows, I guess, as you have more kids. I think they just pull from you.
Yeah. And I think as they get older too.
Older, yeah. And then now having a daughter, I think it opened me up a lot too.
Girl, that's the best.
Yeah.
It's next level. How old is she? She's not 1 yet, right?
Yeah, she's 1. She's 13 months, 14 months soon. So
wait until it kicks in, man.
I know.
High gear.
I like want her to like, she's at that stage where you're like, man, I wish you were like 2. Like I want you to tell me what you need, but at the same time, like do not grow.
Yeah.
Like slow down.
She'll tell you, man.
I know.
Yeah.
It's hard.
2, I think 2 was my favorite year.
2 is awesome.
Don't listen to terrible 2s. For me, there was no terrible 2s.
It wasn't for me, yeah.
3 this year is very challenging.
A 3-nager?
Yeah. She's going to be 4 in June.
Yeah.
But now the end of the like age 3, she's like very cuddly and like hugging me. Like it
comes in waves. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it will, like you said, go in waves anyways, because when they get older, I heard like they'd want nothing to do with their moms and it's the dad, and then it'll be vice versa.
Yeah.
Because it's all about right now, like her mom.
Yeah.
Like, where's mom? Where's mom?
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, man, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Do you see your brother often? Like, I guess you guys don't, or?
Yeah. In the off season, we actually worked out almost every day together.
Oh, that's awesome. So at
Yeah.
least you guys still get to see each other.
Yeah. He was basically training me in my throwing program, like my throwing partner. But then the off season, I mean, end season, not really. I actually, when we went to Houston in April, we played against the Astros. He came because he was coaching actually like right up the road from there.
Oh, cool.
So we got to hang out there. Other than that, like, yeah, I won't see him probably till the off season again.
Are you guys close?
Yeah, really close.
Cool. That must be hard.
Yeah, it is, but he's doing his thing. He's vibing and he's learning, growing. I think it's just life.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing their own thing.
It's crazy, man.
I know.
You get older and you're just like, where am I, man?
I know.
Like
it's sad.
Video game feels like, because your parents getting older and just not what we thought it was of sleepovers playing N64.
No worries in the world.
Yeah. I don't know, like you're 29. Like what systems did you guys play back in the day?
I wasn't ever a big gamer, but like
because I was N64. I'm 38. So I feel like, I don't know. Like,
we were Xbox One.
Okay.
The big controller.
Yeah.
Huge one. The Wii was a thing for a little bit. That was kind of funny. And then the little Playboy, like, what are those things called?
Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Wii?
Nintendo Play. It was like a little
yeah,
box.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Those were pretty fun.
I still have the OG Game Boys, man.
Yeah. I was always into music.
Oh,
so iPod Nanos.
Oh my god.
Like those are bangers.
Now there's like nothing. It's just from your phone.
Old shuffles, like those are awesome. I really want one of those old. It was the white shuffle.
Yeah.
It was just like a stick.
Yeah.
And then it just had play. Those are the best. You know, you just. It's so convenient now.
Yeah.
But it was cool though back then just to have your favorite music and you didn't know what was coming next.
Yeah. You need to get those Meta Ray-Ban glasses.
Oh, is it?
They're sick. The Ray-Ban Meta glasses, they record what you see.
We actually got them this season.
Get out. They're unreal. Oh, I did. I saw Miles Straw.
For our owner, like the owner of baseball, like every opening day, they get a present for each player that made the roster or whatever.
Sick.
So this year was the Meta glasses.
So you have them.
Yeah.
They're sick.
They actually are.
I use them to like do bedtime with my daughter and stuff and capture those kind of moments.
Yeah.
I love them.
I haven't really got into it. I tried it out like right when we first got them, and like the music is
cool
actually
too.
really cool.
Yeah,
you can't really hear it from a distance.
Yeah,
like, they do a really good job of it's like pretty loud.
Yeah, I dig it.
I had no idea about that,
and it's cool. And because I mentioned this to my wife, and then apparently I just saw an update, but I'm like, this would be great for blind people because you can say, Meta, take a picture, tell me what you see. And it'll take a picture and like,
explain what you're seeing.
So now I think they've customized it more a lot for blind people. But what are your go-to songs? Like, what do you listen to?
I like everything. I like some old stuff, like some old rock and roll.
Cool.
I love reggae. I love like kind of like electronic house music type of stuff.
Jam.
Yeah. A little bit of country, rap, old rap, kind of a little bit of everything. I don't really love like new rock, I guess, but everything else is free game.
What's your walkout song?
It's a song by Tyler Childers.
Okay.
It's called Universal Sound.
Cool.
It's this country song, but it's about this. It's kind of like hippie country.
Cool.
It's about this guy that's meditating in the woods. It was just a cool song I liked.
You're a vibe, eh?
Yeah.
I like it. You're just so mellow and you got this like cool energy, man. That's so awesome.
Thank you.
What's the logistics of changing your song? Like, do you just send your song to?
Yeah, there's like a PR
okay
lady that kind of send her. she sends it to the team up there, and they can do it. I honestly might switch mine this start to the Spanish song that the Latin's been playing a lot in the locker room.
Yeah.
And I love it. So
Do you know what it is?
it's spelled Capaz. Capaz.
Okay.
I don't know how to say that in Spanish.
It's funny because where I DJ, it's very Latin oriented. Like we have a room specifically for Latin. So I like a lot of Latin, but I can't pronounce any of it. And I don't know what the songs are.
No, I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. I have like a bunch of trivia I'm going to do with you because I know we're running out of time. Which teammate would make the best James Bond? I feel like you would be good.
Would I?
Yeah.
I was gonna say Bassett.
Okay. Okay. We'll do that. Bassett. Shout out to Chris Bassett. If one teammate had to be your hype man for the day, who would it be?
Probably Ernie Clement.
Cool.
He likes getting guys riled up.
Sick.
Yeah.
Who's the clubhouse DJ?
Probably Springer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's always over there by the speaker.
Oh cool.
He's always putting some jams on.
Sweet. If you had to switch positions with one teammate for a full game, who would it be?
I mean, I don't know if I'm switching positions, but like maybe trading Hoffman for the closer would be kind of cool.
Okay, that's
it's not changing position, but it's changing position too.
Yeah. I'm sure it's different mentality. You have a different
Way
role.
different. Yeah, I want to feel what it feels like though.
Maybe during the playoffs they'll do something like that. You never know, man.
I know.
I know in like 2017, I think they had like, I don't know, I think it was like Dickey who came in or
yeah, they come,
you know,
whoever, like all hands on deck in the playoffs. Yeah.
That was a year, man. What's your go-to food place in Toronto?
I love Ossington area. So like, there's so many different places, like kind of places. Even outside of there though, I really liked like Pie.
Oh, okay.
That Thai spot downtown, that's really good. Or like Jacob's Steakhouse is killer.
You're the second to say Jacob's.
That's really nice. It's really good.
I've never had Thai food though.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's good.
Really good. Pie, PAI.
Okay.
Shout them out.
Yeah, shout outs. Have you ever tried? I got to shout out my boys, Aussie's Burger, Kensington Market.
I love Kensington.
You'll love it.
Oh, okay.
This guy's a vibe.
Okay.
You would vibe with him so well.
All right,
He's so chill.
I was at Kensington yesterday. Actually.
It's the best burger you're ever gonna try.
Okay, wow.
Check him out on Instagram.
What's it called again?
Aussies, OZZY.
All right,
I'm telling you, it's, and he'll treat you like you're a family.
Yeah.
Like even if you weren't a baseball player, that guy's just like, go sit down, pay later. Like that's the vibe he kind of is.
Sweet.
Yeah. The best movie soundtrack of all time.
Remembering the Titans.
Okay.
That's just one of my favorite movies.
Cool.
And the songs are all old bangers.
All right. The album I'd take to a desert island.
For that like atmosphere, maybe like Luke Combs.
Oh, cool.
I don't know why, but him out in the desert would be nice.
Sweet. A movie you've seen at least 10 times and still love.
Training Days.
Cool.
Love that movie.
Your favorite Marvel movie is?
I never really got into it.
That's okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I never got into it. I feel bad for the audience, but
mine is X-Men. I loved Wolverine and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that was my thing. A band that you loved as a kid but hate as an adult.
Probably like NSYNC.
Oh yeah.
They were sick when I was young.
Yeah, that's too funny. What never fails to make you laugh?
Probably my kids.
That's cool. Biggest risk you ever took?
Probably, I guess, like maybe not signing that first year.
Cool. Yeah.
Going back and giving it another shot.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Weirdest job you've had?
I had some, and I mean, I was a troublemaker in high school. I always had to get, my dad always made me get jobs.
Oh yeah.
Probably at the tire shop.
Cool.
I was changing oils and doing alignments.
There you go.
Grinding.
It's in your blood, man. Surf or ski?
Surf.
I don't know if you've seen these movies. Days of Thunder or Ford versus Ferrari?
Ford versus Ferrari.
Drive or The Italian Job?
Italian Job.
Fast and the Furious or Gone in 60 Seconds?
been a while for those.
You got to rewatch Gone in 60 Seconds,
I was
man.
gonna say Gone in 60 Seconds. I need to get
That started like my love of cars, dude.
Okay.
Acura NSX or Corvette?
Corvette.
Yeah. Porsche 911 or Ferrari F40?
The Porsche for sure.
Shelby GT500 or Dodge Viper?
The GT.
Okay. Toyota Supra or Nissan Skyline?
Probably the Supra.
Cool. Yeah, me too. What would your dream car be?
My dream car?
Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot for, but like, I really want an old Porsche 911.
Oh, cool.
Something like the 80s or something.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Cool.
Some old manual.
Would it be manual?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I really like the old Porsche. Anything old Porsche.
Yeah, sweet. How we usually end the podcast is I ask 2 questions. If you can have any artist, dead or alive, perform at your wedding, who would it be?
You know, I think like it'd be for the atmosphere, like a good John Mayer, like Dave Matthews would be a good vibe.
Cool. Dave Matthews would be a vibe.
That'd be sick.
That'd be
you
dope.
know, like the trumpet, like
Yeah.
the sax, like that'd be fun.
Cool. Last question. If you can invite anybody on this podcast from your circle, who do you think would be a good fit? And who would actually come?
There's a lot. You know, I bet Hoffman would like it. Jeff Hoffman.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I spoke to Marissa, trying to get her on the podcast.
Cool.
Be the first like baseball mom.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's down for it.
No, I can
Put in the word?
Yeah.
Yeah. Spread the love, man.
Yeah, I got
That's
it.
cool. Okay, Jeff Hoffman. He's got swag, man.
Yeah, he does.
He's got some swag after
on the mound and off the mound.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's it, dude. I really appreciate you coming on here, taking time to be here with us. I loved it. My first Toronto Blue Jay.
Let's go.
Got to give
one of many.
Yeah, man. Got to give your Carmine again a shout out, man.
Thank you.
He messaging every day to kind of coordinate this thing. So
yeah, huge kudos.
Grateful for him and grateful for 47 Brand Canada for also helping me put this together today. So
yeah, it's huge. Thank you to everyone that came into this.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you. And shout out to Graham, man, for being available today to do this too. So
The man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.